Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the most wonderful evening ever of our lives, the lives that we are alive, living so alive, others wake up. My name is Kimberly Sanders, and it is truly my honor to get to be here with so many friends tonight on the live show. And if you're watching the replay, we're so happy to have you because your time is priceless. And so we're here tonight to share from our hearts, our radiant hearts, because they are fully activated, fully cellularly activated because of the most incredible superfoods that we have decided to say a full body yes to. And I am so honored because I've been in this company, been around this company. It's a live dehydrated organic superfood company. The name is called Purium. That means pure and premium, and they've married it together. And so tonight, I get to share a little bit about my story, but really it's more about the friends that I have been blessed to call in to do this work with me, or job, our joy of being. And, if you're not in a job that's helping you feel immense joy the moment that your eyes wake up, that you get to do what I get to do and so many of us get to do on this line, then we might have the most amazing experience for you on the planet. So, my homeopathic doctor and his Ayurvedic wife introduced this company to me many, many years ago. And I am a person that has been allergic to certain foods since I was born. So I've lived a life that is just very, very minimal on food wise and things like that. And so I've always been looking for the cleanest food that's been on this planet, and I happen to find it with them. So we're not only having live organic superfoods, we're also being able to have it tested and totally looked at by a microbiologist in-house. And so the testing, all the purity, all of it, it's amazing what happens for someone like me. But I have people on the line that are just as, maybe I use for the word high maintenance for myself, but I don't need to label them by any means. But for me, one of the most high maintenance people on the planet. And so I always say, if there was something better out there, that's what I'd be sharing with you right now. But we've found it. So I'm just so thankful. And so not only do we get to have the most clean, beautiful food to be nourishing ourselves and others with, we also get to have it to be able to share it with others. And tonight, I'd love to invite you all to meet my friend John Rhodes, and also my dear friend Jen Allen. And she and John are going to share some of their stories. So I love this storytelling time, and really just getting to feel the community, and to really invite you all to, think about the things that you're doing and exchanging your life force energy every day. And is it able to make it so that other people can be thriving, so that other people can have the most high quality nutrition being delivered to their doorstep in compostable packaging, which is what we get to offer people now, and to be able to have a fully locked and loaded business opportunity to be able to share it with others. So these are the friends that I get to be working a business with. And more than anything, this work is about empowering ourselves so much, healing our own bodies, healing our own hearts, our minds, all of it, so that we can be the living example to invite other people into this lifestyle, so they too, in turn, can go out and just start being these amazing humans on the planet. So it's my honor to introduce you to John first and have him share his amazing story, because it's pretty incredible, and it keeps getting incredible, more and more incredible every single day. And then we'll have Jen share her story. So thank you all for coming tonight. Just such a treasure. Thank you.
Thank you, Kimberly. I have to just absolutely share some thanks for all of the beautiful people who showed up live for us. One of the most amazing aspects of this opportunity to share these superfoods and this incredible business is the amazing community that we have. And when you bring people like this together, it generates a force of resonance that is greater than any one of us by ourselves can actually create, unless somehow we've catapulted it into the realm of absolute transcendence that some of the blessed human beings of our history have experienced. Here is a place where we are creating a high frequency vibrational alignment between large groups of people. And that resonance is functioning to bring greater and greater opportunities into each of our individual lives. And we get to watch each other do it and support each other in doing it. So for each of you who showed up tonight, whether I have had a chance to speak with you personally yet or not, I really, from the deepest part of my heart, thank you for your presence, because your resonance is increasing my experience in this life. And this is the type of world that I wish to be a part of, not one that benefits when others are left behind, but one that grows in benefit for all as we all show up for each other. So it means a great deal that you are all here. So my thoughts on the superfoods so far. Kimberly was talking about high maintenance, and if you understand anything about how type 1 diabetic condition functions inside one's body, it is the definition of high maintenance. If you have never had an appreciation for the immensely complex tasks that the that the organs of your body do on a daily or hourly or minute by minute basis in your life, all you have to do is hang out with a type 1 diabetic to gain a new appreciation for the immense intelligence that is going on all day, every day inside your body. When your pancreas stops delivering insulin, you no longer have a way to deliver glucose from your bloodstream into the cells. Glucose is the thing that activates the interior of the cell to generate energy, or what is known as ATP inside the cell interior. If it doesn't make it into the cell, it stays in the blood. And all of you who have ever spilled a soda pop on the floor, you know how sticky that gets. And that contributes to a wide range of problems inside the body. In order to deal with that, I get to take manual injections of insulin based on my best guess for how much insulin my body needs to process what I've just eaten or what I'm just about to eat. And if you understand human fallibility at all, you know that we make lots of mistakes. So in this process, I have had some incredible metabolic challenges, and I've been searching for a way to allow my body to experience vitality, to experience the vibrance of health and well-being, despite the fact that I have this condition. I don't really believe in thinking of myself as having a disease. There's a condition going on in my body through which I can still experience well-being. And in that journey, I have tried every diet on the planet, from Dr. Atkins and keto, all the way, and paleo diets with functional medicine, taking lots of supplements, hair analysis, stool samples, urine, everything, sending it all to the labs, getting the feedback and adjusting, all the way to all the forms of raw vegan, both high fat and high carb versions of vegan. And eventually I got so fed up with eating food that doesn't support my feeling of well-being that I just stopped altogether for 20 days. And that's how I got this beard nonsense going on here. I did a 20-day water fast in 2020, and I felt amazing in my body. The only other time I felt that good was on the raw vegan high carbohydrate diet, which is just pounds and pounds of fruit all day long. The problem with both of those styles of eating, or not eating rather, in one case, is that they're not sustainable. You can't just drink water for the rest of your life unless you're really like in that transcendent state that I talked about at the front end. And since using this, I've been on these amazing superfoods for only 45 days. And today I just got some lab results back from some blood tests. If you know someone who is diabetic, they'll understand these numbers. My A1C, which is a measurement of the glucose or the sugars that are sticking to my red blood cells, came down a full percentage point, and I'm only a half of a percentage point away from a healthy person's range. That's almost unheard of amongst type 1 diabetics, because in order to achieve that, you have to be so intense with your insulin injections that it becomes dangerous. You might go into some form of unconsciousness from going too low too often. So that's one thing. And most of you may be familiar with cholesterol numbers. After becoming diabetic, my cholesterol from a regular healthy range jumped into the 250s as a total cholesterol level, which doctors are all trying to put me on statins and other types of cholesterol medications. I'm over the age of 40. They're now saying, we don't care what your numbers are. You're at high risk for some kind of heart problem to show up from this. You know, very strong in this department of trying to get me to take some drugs. And in 45 days, I lowered my total cholesterol from over 250 to just 160, which is well below the number for someone who is at risk for high cholesterol related diseases. Now, that's in 45 days. Imagine if in 90 days, where I'll be. Imagine in 120 days, or 150 days, or 180 days, which I can't wait to see. I know everyone that's here with me live today knows exactly what I'm talking about, because each of you has these glowing, bright faces. Your faces are filled with that beautiful rosy color that tells us that we're healthy. And each of you who are here, I know you're feeling this impact in your body. And if you hadn't had a chance to put this in your body for at least 30 to 90 days, this is the time to say yes and get back with whoever it was that introduced you to this video and say, I want this as quickly as possible. There's second day air options. And Kim will attest, okay, Kim introduced me to these foods at least a year ago, or somewhere in there. And me and my stubborn self trying to say that I knew the answer to everything, didn't find the way to make it happen. You know, if I'd had the money at the time, I would have, because she was so excellent at sharing it with me, but I didn't have the money. And I also didn't find a way. Once I found a way, I realized how ridiculous it was of me to wait or to not do something to get the money that I needed to get it in my body. It is that important. It is that essential. The moment your body starts radiating this level of health, you are going to attract the means through which to support that same level of vitality. This is how the quantum field functions. And this is what each person on this video is contributing in this discussion, is this incredible field of vitality, of health, of goodwill, of well-being, of love, of sharing, of expansion, all of these incredible qualities that we all wish our world to be a part of. Each person on this video is changing the world in that way as an individual and together with the rest of the community. And we want you to be a part of it. And I'm just so excited to be a part of this group, and I thank everyone for your contributions. And here's to green mustaches everywhere. If you don't have the hair over the lip, you don't need it. You just need a green drink in your hand. And I can't wait to hear from Jen today, because she has got a very deep background in ancient sciences of well-being, and I can't wait to hear her story of how this fits in to all of that and her practices in bringing well-being to everyone that is a part of her life today. I'm really excited to hear from her, because she and I got started in a similar time period. And I'm just really looking forward to celebrating all of her success as she's moving forward on this pathway, because I know she's making a big impact on the people in her life. So thanks for joining me and listening for my my little piece. I'm gonna just clean myself off a little bit from the greenness fun. So
Best life ever. Jen, come on camera. Let us hear your story.
You see me? Yeah, I'm on camera. Yeah, okay. All right. Good evening, you guys. I'm so delighted to be here. I've been in many communities. Community has been a really big part of my studies with yoga and Ayurveda. And I just want to say I'm so blessed that this community is of the caliber that it is. That's really one of the things that drew me here, and really allowed me to settle in here with my nervous system, which is what I want to talk about tonight. As John mentioned, I have a great long background in yoga and Ayurveda. It's been 20 years in the making, and but it wasn't until more recently that I discovered the benefits of these superfoods. And I want to say, to Kimberly's point, I've often said I'm like an orchid, okay? Not a thistle, and I kind of want to be like a thistle and I can thrive anywhere, right? So I thought that was really funny that you guys both mentioned that there's the high maintenance aspect of your being, and I can really relate to that. Mine is around sleep. And that's a little bit of what I want to share with you about my story tonight. So I had a sleep disorder triggered when I had kids. That was 21 years ago. Up until that point, I slept fine, but having kids triggered childhood trauma I had forgotten about. I had forgotten about that. And it's revealing itself during this process of having and raising kids. So I spent the last 20 years with poor quality sleep. So if anyone has experienced bouts of insomnia or bouts of anxiety or bouts of hypervigilance, that's really what resonates with me. That's the word. It's like the inability to relax and surrender into sleep. Okay. And it's a constant hypervigilance that keeps my nervous system really activated. And so I have explored many healing paths, yoga and Ayurveda, as I mentioned, to try to regulate my sleep and to try to feel safe enough and relaxed enough and secure enough to be able to sleep, right? And even with the yoga that I do, and even with the dietary changes I made to support my particular constitution, there was still that edge there. There was still that edge there. And what I've noticed, and the last, I think I'm in like 35 or 40 days. I think I am just a little bit behind John. What I have noticed is the harmony of the products together that is allowing me to begin to rest deeply. And it's really pretty emotional because I had tried the Power Shake and I had tried the Apothecary a number of months back, just separately and randomly. But then I decided to embrace the entire package, of the ultimate lifestyle transformation, go through that process. and also continue that maintenance with the core four. Like, I'm very committed to those four products, and I'm dabbling in others, but I'm very committed to those four products on a daily basis. And my sleep has, it's really, I can't even hardly say it because it doesn't even feel real, but my sleep has changed, right? Like, my ability to lie down at night, and I've always fallen asleep quite easily. I think that's probably the exhaustion of being hypervigilant, but the ability to stay asleep and to, when I do wake, to be able to fall back into sleep. That has been the biggest change for me. And it's really, I think it has a lot to do with, this is just my personal experience, it has a lot to do with how the products, the foods, you know, that they're so high quality that I think they're beginning to heal my digestion. And I'm beginning to be able to digest experiences, right? And that is the emotional component that I'm feeling into, is this ability to digest experiences. That's helping me sleep better. You know, so when we are eating poor quality food, which comes from poor quality soil, it adds this additional stress on the digestive system, and the digestive system and the nervous system are directly related. So if you are not able to receive and really create high quality tissue and high quality nervous system tissue, you know, you're not going to be able to regulate. And I don't have any lab results. I don't have any, you know, magnificent findings other than my truth that I have experienced. And it's really made a world of difference. I've had a yogic numerology reading, and I know that my dharma, my life purpose, is to help other people in their purpose, right? So if anyone knows yogic numerology, I'm an 11, a double 11, and that is what I'm here to do, is help other people align with, connect with, and support people in living their purpose. And I think this is why I found myself here. So I thank you guys so much for listening.
Thank you so much, Jen. Amazing. I mean, talk about, it is, all of us get to be, I know that so many of us here, we just, once we find this community, once we find these tools to be able to offer to others, we're like, this is what we're supposed to be doing. We're here on this planet in order to be of service. I mean, I'm a little spoiled because I do surround myself with these friends all the time, 24/7, because that's all I'm doing, is sharing with each and every person that I ever talk to. All roads, all conversations lead to Purium, because I would be doing a disservice if I didn't. You know, like, some people say, like, oh, I'm not good at sales. And it's like, this isn't about a sale. This is about a life transformation that could possibly give someone their life back. You could be in a state of, you know, type 1 diabetic and not have the tools. And for someone like John to find the tools, I mean, it's mind-blowing. And for someone like Jen to be able to tell the story that her whole nervous system is being able to be at ease, her digestion is being at ease, to be able to digest experiences right now. I mean, who on earth isn't in a state of not being able to digest what's happening in the world and in life and where we're at? But what I do know is that everyone that I know is on these superfoods, if possible. And what I witness them up to is being able to have the wherewithal to be able to handle almost anything that comes at them. I have business partner after business partner telling me some of the most tragic stories that you could ever experience. And they're like, I'm pretty good. You know, both my kids were in the hospital this last week. You know, this person, like, I'm not going to say all the things, because it's just like, it's almost, it's too much to even explain. But also, there's so many moms in my team that now get to have this ability to be present to their children and to be able to have this amazing hope. I have Miss Allison on here, like, she's in a completely different state, being able to raise her baby. We have Miss Ciara on the phone, or on the line, and you know, her little baby Ocean is getting the purest food through her her body. And I know that Miss Joylight on the phone, just being able to sustain herself and her kids. And there's just so many. Peter is here. I know he's feeding his babies. Like, we have the tools, and we have the cleanest tools to be able to, uplift and nourish and detoxify and offer these solutions. So I just want to be in deep reverence for everyone that's here live, and then for everyone that's watching the replay. Who do you know that would be like just head over heels right now to be able to have organic superfoods delivered to your doorstep? I just went to the store. A red pepper is now over $6. It used to be $4. Now it's $6. It's a pretty fascinating time right now. Things are very different, and there is no better of a time than to come in to bring organic food to ourselves, on top of the opportunity to have financial support come into your life. And that is what we're offering you. You start with the superfoods, you come into solid training. Coachable ways of being works the best, because we're here to be the example so that we can share what is going on, and to be able to help you really just be the best version of yourself. And everyone that is on this train of self-love magic carpet ride and saying yes to the tools of the business side, I watch each and every one of my builders that's coming on recently double and triple ranking. There's bonuses on the table. There's money to be had. Your products will be paid for, and you'll be able to support people in your life that you care about. And it's not just some network marketing scheme where like you sign up all your family and you make money off of them. It's like, no, you're actually giving them nutrition and care in a way that's who you want to start with. And hopefully the family says yes. But then there's hundreds of thousands of people right now out there that are really in need of something that could help their, first and foremost, their own personal body, but then to be able to give the opportunity to have, the opportunity to be able to offer more than just being able to pay for your food. And then the company, the more people that we help, the company actually pays us very, very well. So if that's something that resonates with you and your being, we're looking for we're the Earth Guardians, wellness warriors, people that are ready to stand on the front lines with us and share this with their whole heart and their whole soul, because that's what we do every single day. At least that's what I do. I know a lot of you do too on the call. So I thank you for your time tonight, Jen. It was so amazing to have you share. And such an honor to know the ripple effect of what we're up to. And so if we don't think that we're making a difference in our daily lives, just start realizing like the ripple effect. Like, it's so awesome to be like, oh my God, I'm making mini me's with different variety all over the world. And that is when you know that it's worth every single yes, every single no, every single maybe. Put your steel-toed boots on, mix up your green drinks, take your aminos, and you'll be unstoppable, because we're looking for superheroes. So have a beautiful night. Thank you for joining us. I welcome love.